my eyes, do I want to stay? If you thought you weren't made that way, it's the choices we make. We give and take, and I know you will keep trying. Said I think I know what you mean. Pretty good for a dumb machine. And you gave me that smile. We stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up. All this time I didn't know I had my heart on standby. That it is love that I am feeling inside. What it means to be a human.
All this time I've been a fool for not seeing you shine. I let my circus know, say you'll be mine. You are the only one
Without emotions made of steel, what was I supposed to feel? I didn't want to take chances. Past romances were telling me I'd just crash again. I said I think I know what you mean.
pretty good for a dumb machine. You gave me that smile. I stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up.
All this time I didn't know I had my heart on standby. That it is love that I am feeling inside. What it means to be a human.
All this time I've been a fool for not seeing you shine. I let my circus know, say you'll be mine. You are the only one who teach you both how to do.
Shout out to everybody here on the live as Bitcoin is dumping hard in our face. Looks like there's some insider knowledge about what's happening with the Fed, in my humble opinion. It's a red day. As you can see, I'm wearing the red pocket square with the red tie and the red shirt. Blue suit, though, to bring out the red. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 207 people on the live, 70 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Used to have 150 likes before I even went on the live. Let's get real. Let's get it going. I show up every single day. Stay positive. Did you work out today? I worked out so hard. Multiple push-ups. Had to keep it going. That's why I feel amazing. Shout out to everybody here in the world. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out in the live stream. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Audio should not be echoing. That would make no sense. But agreed. I think it may be you. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to you all. Thank you. All right. So, looking in at the markets, we're still getting people buying a lot of Bitcoin. They're buying Chainlink. They're buying XRP. They are loading up. Shout out to everybody here. We lost a 200-day moving average. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. It's not a great day for the markets, but it's a great day if you're short of the market, right? And there's money to be made no matter what. I didn't short immediately because I do not like to short Fed meeting days. Takes away my edge. I like to sit and wait. All right. Shout out to the 226 people here, 101 likes. Let's get it moving. Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Looking back, I have no idea why I longed XLM, but I'm not stopped out yet. So whatever. Hey, whatever makes you happy, as long as you're in control and you have a plan, you'll be all right. You know, stick with your plans and you'll be ready to go. All right. You'll be ready to go. Did Ben also take a dump to the downside? Let's take a look. The whole market takes a dump. Let's see how Ben held up. If I was showing you, we made a massive gain on Ben. Yeah, Ben all the way back down to 18. It was all the way up at 24, 25 today. Massive move for Ben to the upside. Remember, we got into Ben yesterday at 13, and it ripped all the way to 24. A massive gain. Almost 100% if you think about it, because 13 plus 2 is 26. I mean, it was up about 70% gains on Ben token. And we put that out yesterday on the live stream. Look at it. And since I first got in, I'm still sitting pretty up about 200% gains from when I first started getting into Ben on May 11th. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody here. You cannot live in fear. We must push forward. Have you checked RenQ? What do you think about it? Send in a super chat for that. I can't just go over random coins. All right. Damn. Throw that kid out of here. LOL. JK. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Everybody here. Lakochi Coker, CNC Ireland. My man Jamie. And everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Is this delayed? I don't think it's delayed, right? Got in my head now a little bit. One of my admins said it was delayed. I don't believe it's so. I haven't changed anything of the settings, but you never know. You never know when it comes to, your computer and updating and all the nonsense there. So, it does look a little bit funny to me. Am I delayed? All good. Okay. All right. Dojalon Mars, have you checked out Snack Ada? We looked at it recently, but not in a while. Send in a TA or super chat if you want me to do a deep dive and take over the show. Okay, moving forward, we're going to look at Bitty Bitcoin. If you're in my trading group, I talked about this being a descending triangle. Descending triangles like to break down 68% of the time, even more, like 80% of the time. I see these descending triangles dump. Was a bit of a double top M pattern. Was also an M pattern. M's like to break to the downside. She had two ideas. You also lost the point of control. When you lose the point of control, you're likely to go to the value area low. That's just what happens. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Last night I did long a cup and handle on the 1 hour time frame. It was this cup and handle that I longed. I'm just going to draw it real quick. Yoink, yoink. It looked beautiful. We were retesting previous support, and all was well with the low stochastic on the 1 hour time frame. But, I put a stop loss for minimal loss, lost about $150, but it is what it is. It probably got stopped out somewhere around here, and then it continued to go into this bear flag, went sideways. And then this morning, I talked about this being a bear flag. I talked about this being pretty bearish and this in a descending triangle, and we would drop all the way back down to 26,321. So I'm going to get rid of all my magic status here. We're going to leave the Binance chart for a second, and we'll go over to the KuCoin chart. We'll duplicate this here, and we'll look at the KuCoin chart real quick and just, break down what I see happening for the markets today. And nice and clean. I like to start off fresh as a button. But if you're in the trading group, you would have been privy to the technical analysis. You would have seen that descending triangle. You may have traded it. You never know. I don't like to trade Fed days. It's just against my grain. But you may do whatever makes you happy. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. We got 334 people on the live, 121 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And yesterday, if you were on my live stream, you saw me buy Ben at 13. You'll still be up 5 on 13, which is dang near about 40, 44%. So my live stream produces gains for free. You don't even need to join my trading group. You know, I proved to you that if you join my trading group, you'd still be in the money regardless. So look, here was a fake out breakout, in my humble opinion. Came back down, fake down, break back in, and now we're just kind of riding this falling wedge. It's a beautiful place to long, in my humble opinion. And if the chance they go dovish, this could pump up really nicely to the upside. If some insiders know that they're going to go dovish and they're going to talk about not raising rates, the chance this just has a nice pump. We end up right here again later on today. So don't be too crazy over the price action. Always have a plan. Always stay focused. And I'll tell you right now, if you work out every day and you stay mentally healthy, this stuff won't bother you that much. If you're not doing drugs and alcohol, this stuff won't bother you that much. You'll be able to handle it pretty easily. Here's a lemon. We're going to squeeze the lemon into the water. And, you know, one thing I've noticed is make a little bit of a rim here, lower water. Don't be rimming. You know what oh gosh. But make a little bit of a rim here. Why? Because when you squeeze it, it'll shield it from hitting your beautiful suit. You don't want that happening. All right? You don't want that happening. Also, should probably use a straw. I guess the lemon does maybe hit the teeth a little bit, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. Shout out to everybody here in the live. So this has makes sense a little bit. If you put this down, I mean, bounce, bounce, bounce. This is just a beautiful trend line that's been holding bounce, 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 bounce. The idea is if we lose this, a nasty dump. When falling wedges break to the downside, they dump hard. All right? They dump hard. And that would take us to about 22,429. Remember, I got my orders for the CME gap down here, 20,800. If we go there, and I will load up even more at that CME gap if that is the case. Maybe just a quickie. So this is the worst case scenario. This falling wedge comes down, and how will we see this? Well, the first thing that will happen is very similar to today, how we made a bear flag. We'll fall down, we'll make some type of bear flag, we'll bearishly retest, and then we'll see the probability of the bear flag breaking to the downside, and we'll take that. So not to worry, I'll be there for you. I'll make a video update every 5 to 6 hours for Bitcoin. I'll break it down for you, and you'll know if you're in my trading group exactly what to do, and you'll be able to take money on this short trade. So don't worry, we're here for you every single day, and that's what keeps us going. And you'll have nothing to fear but fear itself. All right? Fear is a fake emotion acting real. Remember, you're still alive. You're still here with me. You're still okay. Take a deep breath. All is well. All right? We have a year before the halving. This is all just chip, chop, sloss. Chip, chop, slop. Eventually, we will get through it all. And this is hard trading for anybody, in my humble opinion, for anybody. One also thing idea is that, look, this is a bit of a neckline for the shoulder, head, and the right shoulder, and we came down to retest it. If you couldn't get back above it, look for more downside. It's still not the worst, in my humble opinion. We didn't hit this low, which is a wick to the low side. We still have yet to close that low. So we still have a slight higher low or a bit of a double bottom, a double bottom here, right? And this double bottom could break us back to the upside and achieve. We got to get back above this point of control. Remember what I said yesterday, though, that the bulls must get back above the zone, right? 28,000 really is that peak there. It would be nice if we got back to 29,900, but only time will tell. We've been in this chop for a long time, up and down. Don't trade, buy and hodl. I buy and hodl, but you can also trade, you know. BTC pumping, who is saying that? That's insane. Bitcoin is not pumping. Not even a year on the space, so could someone give me info on Ben? Well, I looked at my tweet. Follow me on Twitter, at CryptoLifer33, if you need the information. Check it out. Right there, 4,200 followers on on Twitter. That's me right there. And if you need the information and you need to know, look, people want to know where to buy Ben token. You can buy Ben using my link on MEXC right now with 0 fees. That's correct, 0 fees. Uniswap will hit you with high gas fees. Make the pivot to MEX Global now and hit the link right there. Register with my trading link. I do get a commission from that, but you also get 0 spot maker and taker fees, and I give you and put you in the right direction. So we both win. I win and you win if you jump on in. SAFEMOON trending again, which is very interesting. And heavy trends, like 3.5 million trends. I still didn't sell a bag of SAFEMOON. I still own it, to be honest with you. Who knows what will happen? And you could call me crazy. I'm speculative, though. I'm not like diehard SAFEMOON fan. I'll be honest. I'm just a speculative investor when it comes to things like that. And we'll see what happens when the bull run comes back around. PSYOP's been trending a lot, too, recently, but I stayed away from it. Too much kind of controversy around there. I don't really know. Figure out what's happening with PSYOP. These airdrops usually are fake. Just be very, very careful. All right. You'll click on it. It will say yes to your wallet. Next thing you know, your whole wallet will be drained. Just be super, super careful. We see you, SAFEMOON. Thank you. We appreciate you. SAFEMOON Army. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of tweets. 3.54 million tweets for SAFEMOON. Trending hard. Who here owns some SAFEMOON? Who here still owns their SAFEMOON? Let's see here. And I think I have a pretty big bag of it. It's still up, I believe, from when I first got in, which is pretty interesting, right? Wow, SAFEMOON trending hard right now. Wow, that's some pretty big news. So, okay, let's get back into what's happening. When will the blood stop here for Bitcoin? All right, and we'll look at our bigger trade. I mean, I expect to bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I expect to bounce back to the upside here. All right, and this is the old falling wedge trick. And not perfect, but something like this, right? And we've seen this many times. The breakout, break back down, and this could break back up to the top of the pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if they go dovish and they were just setting up for a bigger move so they could get paid. Let's take a look at our baby BOOKMAP. And BOOKMAP did suggest there was some lower liquidity to the downside. Heavy buy zone at 25,800. You can see that. They did get to liquidate a long right there. A bunch of longs just got liquidated. 357,000, 126,000. 96,000, 2K, and then even a little bit of a short there got liquidated as well. Cumulative volume delta at a negative 19577. Okay, that's just cumulative is how much you put together. Volume is all the volume, and the delta is just a number after you've done it. So look, if 10 people swam in the ocean and 7 people swam in the pond, right? Your delta would be 3, right? If that makes sense, or if 10 people went short and 5 people went long, the delta would be 5. Right? You get it? And depending on how much more you have on the other side, could use the cumulative volume delta. Just shows you how many people are long and short. It's just a fancy way to say it, all right? The CVD. You could also put CVD on your chart and look for CVD divergences. However, they're based off momentum, and momentum comes from the RSI, so it's redundant. Money flow also. People love the money flow, but money flow comes from the RSI as well. Where there's heavy momentum, money will come back out of the market or come into the market and vice versa. So everyone loves using money flow, all these CVD, all this other stuff. And I've learned, I've been doing this for 15 years. And when I combine them all together, I find the RSI is the most accurate because it's like if you push a car and the speedometer goes up, and that's the CVD. But the pushing the car is really what made the CVD go up. So when it comes to it, I use the RSI because it's the most accurate. All right. Stocks are holding up better than crypto this year because stockholder actually hold for long term. Unlike the get rich quick, lose half of the time traders. Shout out to Pokemon in the game. Sounds like a sour guy that didn't buy enough stocks. You never know, though. Oh, no. Fed reaction. Gotta sell again, right? Y'all are sheep. Wow. Pokemon. What a nasty little man. What a nasty little guy, right? Let's get rid of the nasty people. And he's gone. I choose not to be around negative people for any reason. And, my business can suffer. I don't really care. As long as I'm around the most positive people in the world, that's all that matters to me. All right? That's all that matters to me. So we are getting rejected by this diagonal trend line, as you can clearly see. All right. And it actually goes all the way back down to here, which is pretty interesting. Put it on the 4-hour time frame. That's that diagonal trend. Look at that we eventually broke. I want to see how long it goes. No eat, no pay. I stay positive no matter what. No matter what. The thing about crypto is you can make more money due to the volatility. Just putting it out there. You know what I mean? Was never into Pokemon. Me neither. I never had a Pokemon card. No hating if you did have Pokemon. Or if you're a kid out there and you love Pokemon, it's okay. It's okay. We get it. We love you too. I just wasn't into it. I wasn't good enough for Pokemon, all right? Anyway, so I would expect a bit of a bounce here. Pokemon love is better emotion than hate. Amen. Love is the number one frequency in the world. If we live in love, we cannot be denied. Shout out to all the beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 510 beautiful lifers, 162 likes. This is not your average crypto show, baby. This is a motivational show. This is our in real life show about a man attempting to make $1 billion. You're going to watch me as I struggle all the way to $1 billion. All right? Every single day, grinding every single day with the bigger goal way ahead of myself. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, where will we be? Remember, the next 2 to 3 years are going to go by like this. Time will fly by. My dad passed away. It's already been 3 weeks. He passed away on the 2nd of May. It was at 1:45 in the morning. He was really probably pretty much, a vegetable, sorry to say, somewhere in the afternoon of Monday. But, man, it was tough, man. Seeing my sisters come in and hold his hand for the last time, watching my mom look at him on the hospital bed, one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had in my life. Ripped my heart out. But you know what? I'm with God every single day. I'm going to pray hard today. I worked out. I got the endorphins. I feel good. And as a man of my father's will, who had an undeniable will. My father had an undeniable will. He was a pusher. He was a mover. He was a doer. He was a hustler. He never gave up. He never stopped. Even in his old age, he was trying to do as many things as he could. I will refuse to sit here and cry. I will refuse to sit here and crumble. I will show you how to be strong no matter what happens in your life. I will show you how to be strong no matter what happens in your life. And we will make it through this just like we've made it through every single dump. My trading group doubled when we went from $70,000 all the way back down to $15,000. This is just a blip in the jar, a blip in the radar. We are ready to rock, man. Shout out to Stanford Mon for the Jimmy Price, man. God bless you for the $20 super chat. My father will bless you for that up in heaven, man. God bless you for doing that. $9.99 super chat. And 2 super chats, man, on a red day. This guy's giving on a red day. $30 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Dear Lord, thank you for all the wonderful lifers in my life. Thank you for all the beautiful people that I have on my live stream. Thank you for everything you've given me, the ability to use my voice, to use my intelligence, and to be able to figure out charting and figure out how to circumvent one of the hardest markets in the world. God bless all the people here on the live. Let's stay positive, live in love, and no matter what happens, we're going to make it together. I'm telling you right now. So come to the live. And you don't even have to be in the trading group. I'd love it if you were. But yesterday we gave a free trade on Ben token. I bought it live in front of each and every one of you. 12, 12, 8, 12, 6. And that thing's still staying nice at 18. And you're like, no, you didn't, lifer. Well, you can look at the order history and you can see me buying Ben right here at 12.80 and 12.930. And how much Ben do I hold now at these prices? Still $2,600 worth of Ben. You know what I mean? It was like $3,000 a few hours ago. And look, Ben, I believe they're going to buy this dip of Ben. Let's kind of look at Ben token in a second. We'll show you it on deck screener. Let's finish with Bitcoin. So I see this falling wedge still breaking to the upside. I mean, it's still a falling wedge. We wicked right down to this low area. We still have yet to make a lower low at this point in time. So what do you say? Well, the Fed's going to come out at 2 p.m. for a Fed meeting. I will live stream for about a half an hour real quick. Not too long, just a quick little live. And we'll get down to brass tacks and we'll figure it out. All right? We will figure it out like we do every single day here on the channel. So I see this mini falling wedge breaking up. And 68% of the time, this falling wedge will break to the upside. Measured move is the length of the base of the area here. So we'll adjust here, and this could break us right back up. I wouldn't be surprised if a few days from now, we're back above $30,000. I'm not saying that's guaranteed. I'm just telling you I wouldn't be surprised, all right? So Bitcoin's either going to dump all the way back down to 22,400, but again, it's going to have to go through the 25,200 level. And remember the weekly support that I mentioned at 24,300 over and over again, all right? Bitcoin is so open about everything regarding it. He is going to show us how to launch a coin off right. Hey, I'm heavily going in. All right. Full bullish on Ben token. Amen. I stopped catching them all at 150 pokies. There's thousands now. I don't know what he's saying. Rejoin our loved ones only to be in a place we can't imagine or perceive, but leave us memories until we meet them again. Amen. Amen. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm not long or short. I'm not a perma bear or perma bull. Every single day in this channel, I say I do not know where Bitcoin's going to go. I love saying it. I just trade probabilities that I see. If I see a probability, I trade it. That's it. That's it. All right. The probability is that this falling wedge will break to the upside 68% of the time. That's just the probability. That's the math involved in this structure. Nothing more, nothing less. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I love saying it because it stops all the haters from coming back the next day and being like, you said this was going to happen. I said, no, what I said was I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue where Bitcoin's going to go. And as a true trader, someone who's traded multiple markets and all different things in my life, you got to tell yourself that you do not know. So we got to get back above this diagonal trend line, number one. That's the first order of business. We got to get back above this. All right, we'll get rid of it for now because it's in the way, you know. We're going to take a look at the daily time frame too as well. All right, slap on the moving averages. And look, I mean, the daily's still above the 200 SMA. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the daily, we're okay. Let's look at our weekly. Ooh, hold on one second. Wow, the weekly is just right there on the 200 SMA. We really don't want to lose that. And if you look at the weekly, and we're going to break that down for you in a second, we're going to show you some more information. So right now, we just got super oversold in the 4-hour time frame. I would expect to bounce back to the upside based on the probabilities of the charts, all right? That's what I expect to happen based on probability. I've seen this many times in my life. I expect to bounce back to the upside for Bitcoin. However, I'm open-minded to say we could come down here. We'll do a bearish retest. We'll make some type of bear flag, and we'll continue to the downside. The TA will tell us. We're not going to have to figure it out for ourselves. The TA will tell us what the probabilities are and where we're going. Let's look at our 1-minute chart. 1 minute can kind of give us some more information here. In the 1 minute, it's attempting a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. It's also showing us a very strong bullish divergence. All right? A very strong bullish divergence, which would tell me to long the market. All right? However, we can also say a bit of a symmetrical triangle here. And we're going to have to break back to the upside and break through this high. At least we're going to have to get through this local resistance area here at 26,458, 26,500. All right? The measured move of this is the 1 minute time frame. That could take us further down. All right? It is a symmetrical triangle. They're 50-50 patterns, but they could go either way. I do like how there's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there, and I do like how there's bullish divergence on the 1 minute, but it doesn't mean that we're going to just go smooth sailing right to the upside. But hey, had you traded that divergence, some people made a little bit of money right there on that move alone. So we're going to watch this 1 minute time frame throughout the day, throughout the show at least. This is going to give us the most information. I want to see if we could break back above 26,359 or back above this level here at 26,471, about 27,500. And again, to get back inside the pattern would be key. Right now, we're kind of hanging out below the zone here. All right. So that's the 1 minute. That's the daily. That's the weekly. We kind of just gave you, all the information you need to figure out where Bitcoin's going to go. It breaks this level, does a bearish retest, comes down and breaks this level. It'll retest that one zone because there's previous resistance there. But once it loses that, you're likely to fall all the way back to 22,500. It just is what it is. Now, if we kind of stay up in here and the smaller time frames break back above, we get up here, we go sideways, we could break back up to 30,000. Who thinks we'll go to 20K or 30K first? We'll run a poll here. And is Bitcoin going to 20 or 30K first? And Cash has asked me that. Now let's see, is Bitcoin going to 20K or 30K first? Ask the community. I want to see what you're saying here in the poll. You just answer the poll. You don't even have to write it. Just answer the poll real quick. Let us know what you think. 20K or 30K, let us know the deal. All right? Let us know the deal. Shout out to the 589 beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. So, had you been in the trading group, you'd have known how to buy Ben with no fees using MEXC. All right? You also would have known how to jump into MEXC immediately. So that's the big thing here, all right? That's kind of what I'm going for, all right? So if you want to join the trading group today, which I'll be honest, in these tough times, it gives people a lot of solace. They understand what's happening in the markets, and they're privy to the information that's going down, all right? You won't be a sideswiped. You will know. You'll be able to figure out, like this morning, I was able to put out, say, hey, this is a descending triangle. So what do is we also pin this message here, and this is going to be join the trading group, the Discord, and jump into MEXC today. I do get a commission if you join MEXC, but you also pay 0 spot maker and taker fees. So you help me out, I help you out. Sold off, Ben to buy at lower prices. Super oversold. Hey, this is going to be a huge collapse to get Bitcoin as low as possible and make the people lose faith in Bitcoin temporarily. Anything could happen. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't try to send stuff like that. I don't play narratives like that. I just play the charts. You're the best gift I got this year. Shout out to Sherrod Minra. Overbought, I mean. There you go. Kush is my cologne, 810. Yikes. Kush was my cologne at one point in my life, and then I really smartened up, and I got rid of all the nonsense in my life. But again, maybe you're just not, it's tough. I get it. I realize if God's in my life, then there's no reason I need a dopamine fix just to get high. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not trying to put down everybody. I enjoyed my days for years doing that, so it is what it is. It took me a long time to kind of get out of the zone. All right. Your tide tells me 20K, right? Kush is my medicine. I used to say that all the time, man. But believe you me, God is the best medicine in the world. All right. Ben had a head and shoulder of the 7-minute time frame. Let's take a look at Ben. I'll look at the 5-minute here and see what you're saying. Yep, shoulder, head, and shoulder. There you have it. Spot on, my man. Spot on. Right? And it started to dump to the downside. That high of 26 or 25. Wow, what a move for Ben Token. All right. And where do we see Ben going now? Well, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's look at it. Let's look at it on a 4-hour time frame. So I initially put it in this beautiful wedge. Look at that. Broke right out. It was so simply done. Right? It just made a nice consolidative piece, and then it broke the length of the pole. Look how TA works. Even on these coins. Look at that. Basically nailed it to the upside. And we were buying Ben on May 11th. Back in here at this dip area. Right in there. Right before that initial dip. But right before the dip right there. And we were up huge. Ben is very oversold in the stochastics RSI. All right. It definitely needs to come back down or do some consolidative presence. Consolidative work here. Let's look at the RSI. And the stochastic, they come up right there for me when I click on them. I don't need two, though. And so it's definitely very overbought. And stochastics do want to come back to the downside. Very, very interesting for Ben Token. All right? Very interesting. But if Bitcoin gets this rip back to the upside and we get a dovish talk, there's a chance Ben will just rip back to the upside. I'm just saying. I'm not playing, but I'm saying. You just gotta love XC, man. So here, what I would do is I would pull a Fibonacci from this pump here. All right. Let's see, fib retracement. I don't use should be the same, but I always have I have a shortcut for this, which makes it super easy. All right. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Right, I'm right on it. Okay, so this tells me we could get all the way back down to the 618 Fibonacci level. Then we'd have a giant cup and handle for Ben, and then it would ready to rip again. All right, back to an all-time high. That high would take us to about 35. So that's what I'm looking at for Ben, waiting for the stochastics to get on down here. You could be on my regular idea, I could put it. Oh yeah, wait, Ben is on MEXC, so hold on. What am I thinking? I'm being funky here. There we go. So we got into Ben down here, all right? If you remember, we're starting to show you Ben, and Ben has been ripping to the upside. Ben did just get a little bit of a sell-off, though, back down to the 17, getting a massive sell-off here. But that's just how the market works, all right? Following the Bitcoin melee, all right? And it's sad. Ben was doing really good. So here's the deal. I draw a Fibonacci retracement for Ben down to the 618 fib and just play it exactly like we played every other coin of the game. No difference. You know what I mean? 1 hour time frame is resetting pretty nicely, though, and we may even just consolidate this way. We will see how many people want to jump into Ben, or how much, sauce is in there. So it can consolidate like this, and that could be another buy zone in there, up to about what, 338, right? We will see. One good thing is if you bought Ben on Uniswap today, I sent my Uniswap Ben all the way to Max Global, made sure that it worked. I sent a little bit first to make sure it did it, and then I had my Ben, and it did it really fast. All right, and then I was able to look at it, and if I wanted to sell, if I wanted to get in or out, whatever I wanted to do, I could do it with less fees. So that's just the key too. So I would watch Ben, something like this. This is what we call the twisted sister here on my show, and it would go up and down into the tightness or go down into this area. We'll know when it goes to hit this level what's going to happen, but I do expect a bit of a bounce back to the 21 area before I move further down to the downside. You never know. 4-hour time frame's just getting started for a bit of a dump here. So is the 3-hour, and this is just technical analysis. All right, what a beautiful move for Ben though. In its totality, since it got onto Mex Global, it's up a beautiful 700% gains and still holding a gain of about 500%. So that's a 7x or a 5x. All right. I got it on May 11th right down in here, somewhere right in here. Oh, so I was buying before it even got onto Mex Global. So, I mean, as you can see, we took that for massive gains. Massive gains. All right. And you can see Mex C where I got in here on right there. I got in somewhere right in here. All right. On May 11th when I first bought Ben on Uniswap. You guys saw me buy it on Uniswap on the channel live. Right. And then boom. So, Shy, we missed this initial pump, but we got that retracement. So things retrace. Remember that. And that was a retracement down to the 786 Fibonacci level. That's what made me jump on in. And so I use my fibs even on meme coins. They tend to work out pretty nicely for the Ben token. All right. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Board Type Crow 199, second super chat. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love from Board Type Crow. All right. Shout out to Stanford Mine Co. LLC. And shout out to everybody here. All right. First super chat. No. You guys aren't the first super chat. We got $19. We got $10 here from Stanford Mine Co. LLC. Then he represented my father, my late father, for $19.99. If you didn't know, my dad did die about 3 weeks ago. And people say, you mentioned your dad dying a lot. Are you trying to get it, clout? What are you doing for it? Honestly, it helps me when I talk about it. It just helps me get over it when I mention it. It's kind of sad when someone passes away and the days start falling away. And it's almost like you want to get over it, but you also feel bad as if like they're falling further into the past. And there's something weird about it for me personally. It's like I want him to stay alive. He was just alive. He was just alive. And the closer days that I think that he was alive, and then the further the days disappear, this morning I worked out and I said, man, my dad would have called me. My dad called me so much. That's the one thing I miss the most is the amount of times my dad would call me. Of anyone in my life, my dad called me more. And as I got more and more popular on YouTube, my phone rang less and less. It's lonely at the top, I'll tell you that right now. And I'm not trying to say I'm at the top, but it's lonely on your way to the top, even so, And as I got bigger and bigger, as my life got more complicated, as I did more interviews, more shows, traveled more, did more things, my dad called me even more, and people called me even less. And now, like, that phone never rings, and I have a lot of good friends, but everybody's busy with their life, and they assume that I'm busy too. So, got a little seed there. Drink the lemon water, decalcify the pineal gland. There's only one way to fix this, right? We have to go against the people that look at us every day and lie to us. You know who I'm talking about. If he was saved and you are, no problem. You'll see him in time. I'm glad you keep his memory alive. Much love to you and your family. My brother died last year this time. His memory is still as present as when he was alive, and that only happens by keeping him on the forefront of my lid. We'll never stop talking about him. Amen. 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 Mr. Bags, my man. I'll call you, man. Devin Ramsey. Keep grinding and living the dream. God will continue to bless you. Shout out to Joe Standish. Thank you so much for the love, man. Celebrate Joe Standish's first super chat for $10 in the show. Thank you so much for the love, man. God bless you. Remember to keep them alive. Stay strong, brother. Your dad and God prepared you well for the tough moments like these. Amen. 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 Remember, use less capital at times when the market is shady. All right, that's what I do. I don't go so hard when the market is sketch. All right, just one thing to think about. So remember, we're watching this 1 minute chart here to see kind of which way we're going to go. And if you can see it so far, we did break out technically of this wedge. All right, it's the best sign so far. And then we made ourselves another bit of a wedge here. Tells me that we could get a nice move to the upside here on the 1 minute time frame, and we're far away. The 21 and the 200 are far away. Usually we would get a pump here to the upside. All right, we usually would get a pump to the upside. We love that you're real and show your real emotions with us every day, Sam. You're a good man and a great father and a leader for all of us. Love you. Thank you, good man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for another $19.99 super chat. You people are absolutely amazing. I appreciate it. $63 in chat revenue on a tough day. God bless each and every one of you for being here. So, can we break out of this flag to the upside here? Back to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. Can we get above this previous high? 26,460, 24. It's really 26,500. Can we get back above the zone? Only time will tell. Pray for them to keep them alive. Amen. It's our duty as sons to remember them, and our duty as men to continue their legacy. Shout out to Florin Gabriel Dimitru. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Pray for them to keep them alive. Shout out to Haltham Omar. Shout out to Board Type Crow. Smash that like button, everybody. 256 likes, 600 people on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. If this 1 minute could get above this high volume node, we can rip right back up to about 26,690. And interesting enough, that looks like a possible move here with the oversold stochastics and the lack of bearish momentum on the MACD so far. Not showing us really signs of dumpage, but we will, time will tell. We could extend it and say we're just in this bigger flag, which I'm cool with, and move this over a little bit. So still a symmetrical triangle here on the 1 minute time frame. And we're going to see if we can get the push to the upside. That bullish divergence is awesome. It tells us that we should make a higher high. We should be able to move to the upside, technically speaking. 7 minutes getting overbought, though, and really didn't give us the sauce. It's not a good sign. Kind of a double top of the 7. The 15 minutes forming a bit of a bear flag, but is oversold. And the 1 hour is getting oversold. Horrible beatdown for the 1 hour. The 4 hours got a bearish engulfing candle. Absolutely nasty, right? But it's pretty oversold too as well. But it's hard to show you smaller and bigger time frames because it kind of jumbles it up. All right. You can say we're falling out of the wedge now, right? It's a bit of a bull flag still. I'm just figuring out. My mind is just exhausting all the possibilities here before I say anything. BOOKMAP got us sandwiched. Oh, BOOKMAP actually shows more orders down at 25,800, saying we're more likely to go to the downside here than to the upside. There's just more orders down here. This is BOOKMAP, a heat map showing us where the orders are. All right. And this suggests we can go further down to 25,800. So that's just, it's telling us there's more liquidity to the lower than to the higher. Before we start getting our hopes up here, it looks like there could be more of a dump. And so far, we are looking at this. We kind of did breach this triangle. All right. Measured move down here would take us to 26,000 even. Okay. Strong. You're a strong man. God bless Board Type Crow, man. Salam from Turkey. Salam alaikum, my friend. Salam alaikum. And wow, look at Ben already pumping right back up to 18,611. They're buying that thing right back up off that 17 dippage, back up to 18.6. And again, I see bullish consolidation here for Ben. So it could even continue to pump. Watch Bitcoin pump, and this thing could rip today. I'm being honest. Just be careful. Selling off a meme before it's too late. It could continue to pump, and you'll miss out on the run. Look, back up to 1872, getting a nice buy-up pump here on that dip. Will stablecoins depeg immediately if US defaults? Bitcoin will dump too. Confused whether to buy Bitcoin after the dump and hopefully stablecoin depeg not happening, or stablecoin also depeg and Bitcoin dump. Ben bouncing hard. We talked about it. Yeah, all the way back to 19 possibly to the upside. Does H-bar look bottomed out? I don't know. Send it in a super chat and we'll talk about it. Okay. Big buy orders at 25.8. There's a lot of buy orders at 25,800 for Bitcoin. All right. Starting to slip, though. We're slipping. Huh. Kind of negated the inverted head and shoulder there. Or you could say it played out a little bit to the upside. That strong bullish divergence says that we should not make a lower low, though. And the moving averages far apart also suggest a similar idea here. So we're going to continue to watch this flag on the 1 minute time frame to see where we're going. Am I bullish or bearish? What do I think price is going to go? I don't know. I look at the charts, and the charts convey. So far, because we couldn't get back above this resistance and we made a bit of an M here, it does look like we could go further to the downside, right? Now you got a bit of a falling wedge on the 1 minute. See this? Falling wedges do break up 60% of the time. What keeps me privy to that we could get a bounce here is that the 21 and the 200 are really far apart. And usually when you get that far apart, you're going to get somewhat of at least a relief bounce, even if you end up going further to the downside. Shout out to the 609 beautiful souls in the live, 269 likes. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers. It's just a like. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's go, baby! Let's do this. I don't want to be around lamos. I want to be around people that know how to get it done. Let's get it done. I get it done every single day. If you want to ride with me, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Jason Riggs. Thank you for the life-changing knowledge you share with us. Last few days, I've made more trading than working my full-time job. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. Take the course, join the Discord, and change your life. Shout out to Jason Riggs, man. God bless you for saying that. So in a tough market, while people are struggling and not making any money and going up and down, this man is making money more than his job through the trading group. So I can only convey the messages here that people are saying. And again, he was not paid to say this. All right? He paid me to say this, if you can believe that, which is insane. He paid me to talk about how great the trading group is. That's the type of trading group we have here. That's the type of people you're going to be around. I'm going to filter out all the nasty nonsense, and you're only going to be surrounded by positive, determined people that'll change your life. All right? I mean, this 1 minute says a pump is coming back to the upside, I'll be honest. And this bullish divergence suggests that's your high or low. And we're about to make a move further to the upside. Definitely suggests we could get a pump up to the upside. Something makes me want a long right now on a future trade, you know. Okay, the DXY is a factor, or is it a madhouse only today? I'm so pumped because of the lifer. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We have 300 people sitting on the sidelines that just want to play games. I don't get it. I do not get it. I truly don't get it. All right. Yeah, Ben. Fallen wedge. Ben breaks up. But remember, I'm just looking for consolidation back to the 618 fib level. That would be about a 13 buy back to where we kind of got in yesterday. So we will see. Sammy boy grinds every day for all of us. Least you could do besides giving him your time is hit that like button. Shout out to Joe Standish. Thank you. Long 125X with $50. Right? Why not, right? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. You only live once and you learn from every situation in your life. Let's do it. Let's do it. Futures. Perpetual futures. Some people are just minutes to pressing that like button. You never know. You never know. So, how come it doesn't show me how much I'm using? Oh, margin. All right, right there. $50. And he said, I'm doing exactly what this man said. I'm just playing. 125X Lev. $122. And there we go. We went hard right there. And we'll see. We either lose 50 beans all the way. We'll get, what's our liquidation level? Is 26,156, 157. So it's not that far away there, right? It's very, very close. Likely to get liquidated. But we'll see what happens here. Many people aren't going to trade this trade. The bullish divergence in the higher low tell me that we could get a pump to the upside. We're super oversold on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute time frame. You would expect somewhat of a bounce here back to the upside. Only time will tell, though. Only time will tell. And that was more for fun. That was for your enjoyment, everybody. Up, look, 3%. That's how you make a fast 3%. I'm telling you, I'm really good at making 3% trading futures. I just go for 3% over and over again. It ends up paying off. You know what I mean? Bit of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there that did dump to the downside already too as well. Interesting. Whoa, Sammy, what was that, bro? Lev trade? Shout out to CJ Baker in the house. Where is the genius? Why? I don't know what he's saying. I hope it's not cross. No, isolated. I'm not slow. Isolated. See how I rock? Isolated. I got 1,200 in the till. All right. Oh, down 3%. That's how quick you can swing on these moves. All right. I still desire your intelligence. I don't know, man, what I have. I desire you, man, and your love. That's all I want. Want as much love as possible in this life. Fill yourself with love, and you will always be happy. All right. So we're watching the 1 minute here, and you know, crazy, the volatility hasn't even started. We haven't even gotten to the Fed meeting yet. Wouldn't be surprised if this is the government selling off Bitcoin, trying to make people, they're trying to make people think Bitcoin isn't the real deal. But we already know the fundamentals. We know they're going to keep printing money. We've studied history. We didn't study the last 10 minutes. You can't fake someone out that knows history. I've been studying 5,000 years of economic history since the first Egyptian gold coin ever, all the way to colonial script in the continental dollar. I'll teach you so much about life. I'll teach you so much about just what's happening, all right? You need to learn. You need to learn. So while they try to sell off, we're going to continue to learn and teach. So they can't brainwash you the wrong way, all right? We're going to show you what's happening every single time, all right? Every single time. We got the Fed reaction coming in. Let me teach you something that most people will never teach you, all right? Super important. And some of you have seen this before, but not everybody here on the channel. So we're going to break it down for you and show you what's happening, all right? With the hidden secrets of the monies, all right? Man, understanding this concept will change your life forever, all right? It really will. And this is something that we all have to understand, all right? They don't teach you the hidden secrets of money. They really don't. They really, really don't. And there's so much to be that's confusing. So what I want to do is we're just going to break it down for you real quick, the fastest way I know humanly possible. All right? With my man, Mike Maloney.
That presented correctly, anyone can understand this system, regardless of how complex it is. So let's do a recap and break it down even more. The way the system works is that step 1, the government creates glorified IOUs,
which are called bonds, government bonds, which is government debt.
These bonds increase our national debt and put the public on the hook to pay it back. Step 2, IOUs are swapped to create currency. The Treasury sells the
Pleasure meeting you, bro. Saturday night at Oasis. You was looking dapper. Thank you for that. God bless you.
bonds to the banks. The banks
So the government makes a bond. Then they sell the bonds to the banks at the open market system where they all kind of auction off our debt together, try to buy our debt.
then turn around and sell our national debt.
Then the banks sell the debt to the Federal Reserve, which has a zero balance and writes a fraudulent check because they don't have any money. And they appropriate funds immediately because they put money back into the system that doesn't exist.
At a profit to the Federal Reserve, which they probably own.
So the banks own the Federal Reserve through a circumvented system, and then they give themselves profit. They pay themselves their own money. It's so insane.
The Federal Reserve then opens its checkbook that doesn't have a penny in it.
No money.
And buys those IOUs with IOUs that it writes, checks, on a checking account that has a zero balance. Then they give those checks to the banks and currency just springs into existence. And then the whole process repeats. This results in a buildup of bonds at the Federal Reserve and currency at the Treasury, which is really just a supply of numbers. The Treasury then deposits the numbers in the various branches of the government, and we get to step 3. The government spends the numbers on promises, public works, social programs, and war. Then the government employees,
and Ukraine,
contractors, and soldiers deposit their pay into the banks, and we get to step 4, where the banks multiply the numbers by magically inventing more IOUs through fractional reserve lending, where they steal a portion of everyone's deposit and lend it out. That currency gets redeposited, and then a portion is stolen again. and the process repeats over and over, magnifying the currency supply exponentially. Then we work for some of those numbers, which brings us to step 5, where our numbers are taxed. We pay tax to the IRS, who then turns our numbers over to the Treasury, so the Treasury can pay the principal plus the interest on bonds that were purchased by the Federal Reserve with a check from nothing. Then we get to step 6, the debt ceiling delusion. The system is designed to require ever-increasing levels of debt and will eventually collapse under its own weight because politicians always kick the can down the road.
Yep.
They don't want it to collapse on their watch. And finally, step 7, the secret owners take their cut. The world's largest banks own the Federal Reserve. Those banks make a profit selling our national debt to the Fed. They make a profit when the Fed pays them interest on the reserves held at the Fed, and the Fed pays them a 6% dividend on their ownership of the Fed. This system is fundamentally evil. It funnels wealth from the working population to the government and the banking sector. It is the cause of the artificial booms and busts of modern economies, and it causes great disparity of wealth between the rich and the working class. And it is only possible because we no longer use real money, we use currency. But worst of all, it is a form of enslavement. Bond is the root word of bondage. Whenever a government issues a bond, it is a promise to make us pay tax in the future. Nobody asked you if you wanted to pay tax today for the prosperity we all enjoyed in the last century. Nobody is asking our children if they want to work hard in the future to pay for the prosperity we're enjoying now. George Washington once wrote to James Madison, "No generation has the right to contract debts greater than can be paid off during the course of its own existence." By stealing prosperity from tomorrow so we can spend it today, we enslave ourselves and future generations. Now this all sounds pretty bad, but there is great hope.
There's hope, baby.
For
There's
you
hope.
are
There's
the
hope,
greatest
baby.
threat to
There's
this
hope for
false
all of us.
monetary system. This system relies on the public being ignorant of its workings. Please share this knowledge with everyone you know, because an informed public that fully understands the system can build a better future for generations to come. And now I leave you with this quote, widely attributed to a former director of the Bank of England. The modern banking system manufactures money out of nothing. The process is perhaps the most astounding piece of sleight of hand that was ever invented. Banking was conceived in inequity and born in sin.
Yep.
Bankers own the earth. Take it away from them, but leave them the power to create money and control credit, and with the flick of a pen, they will create enough money to buy it back again. But if you want to continue as the slaves of bankers and pay the cost of your own slavery, let them continue to create money and to control credit. This is the Federal Reserve in Washington, D.C. It's located on Constitution Street, and that is just as much of a joke as the New York Fed being located on Liberty Street. Both of them are unconstitutional, both of them limit our liberty, and they transfer wealth away from us every second of every day to the Federal Reserve, to the government, and to the banking sector. You are now among the 1 in a million who can detect the theft of your prosperity. So the big question is, what can you do about it? 1. Watch this video until you can describe and teach it to others. Those who understand this system can make preparations for its unavoidable collapse and protect themselves. History shows that those who don't will probably be wiped out. 2. Share this video with everyone.
Share it.
Especially those you care about. All it takes is a mouse click or two to get this message in front of millions. Post this video on Facebook, tweet it, email it to loved ones. Please share it wherever you can. 3. Join the conversation. The current world monetary system is based on a 300-year-old design meant to enrich a few at the expense of the many. There must be a better way. At hiddensecretsofmoney.com, we've created an open source platform for the design and development of a new world monetary system. We're calling on every economist, every student, every college, every bright mind, and anyone who cares to join the discussion. In educating ourselves and each other, we can prevent the further loss of our freedoms and maybe, just maybe, win some of them back.
So with that being said, I want you to understand that I learned this 10 years ago. and it made perfect sense to me. So here's a bear flag dumping to the downside, and I probably already got liquidated out of my position. Man, that's what's so stupid. Some things I never do, right? So here's the deal, and I'm not trading until the Fed actually comes out and speaks, but we did lose this divergence low, which is really strange. Usually you don't lose that divergence low. That's more of an anomaly when it comes to trading, but it is what it is. This was a bear flag, right, and continued to the downside. Measured move will take us to 25,000 about, or 26,000 even. We could have a bigger divergence here, though, which really, you could swing this up while we swing this down. Slight bigger divergence on this nasty dump for Bitcoin. That is a bullish divergence there, too, as well as that swings up while that swings down. That could be the bigger divergence here as we wait for a bounce back to the upside. But what a nasty move for Bitcoin today. And look at that bounce, already bouncing back to 26,133 off the wickage. And again, good time to buy some Bitcoin personally. A good time to just snatch up a little more BTC spot. And so that's what I do on the reddest days. On the reddest days, I grab more Bitcoin. Nasty red days, I buy a little more Bitcoin. All right. And let's see. So I'll buy about, another 300, 400, 500 bucks worth of BTC. All right. That's what I do. I stack Bitcoin on the lows on these whenever there's a nasty red day, that's my indication to buy a little more. Whenever there's blood in the street, including your own, buy some more Bitcoin. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to snatch up some more BTC, and there we have it. Some more Bitcoin being snatched up, and we're ready to rock right now. So, hey, you can't hate on that. Buying more Bitcoin in these days is a great, great, great present. Thank you for the dumpage. We appreciate the dumpage. You're not going to psychologically affect the way we behave. We know where it's going. We know what's happening. They don't like people like me, the establishment, because I'm able to see through the nonsense. I'm able to see through the pain. I'm able to see through the junk, and I'm able to act on on the actual logic of what's happening and not be swayed by emotions. Super important that you're not swayed by emotions and you're able to push through no matter what happens. That's the key. All right. Whoever's not at this live stream right now is doing themselves a disservice, because this is the best information that you can get on the web, in my humble opinion. Deals are made today. Makes perfect sense. I've only had unlimited amounts of funds. Shenanigans across the board. Buying Pepe and Bitcoin homes. Funny, what does that mean? 5 million address USDT frozen. Oh, snap. Really? This is going back to 15K. Such a great series. Mind-blowing. Thanks for sharing this with me last year, Lifer. You got to watch the Hidden Secrets of Money. You got to understand what's happening. All right? You got to understand what's happening. So now another bullish divergence here for Bitcoin. As you can see, we should be able to get a bounce off this bullish divergence at one point. We're about to hit, basically the measured move of the back end here. Could actually bring that a little down. Measured move all the way back down lower here to about 26,000. All right. Sam, thanks for all the info. Shout out to Luke John. Shout out to everybody here. Where is everybody from? We got 600 beautiful souls on the live. Where is everybody from? What do you think about the 3L and 3S on MXC? I've been playing with Render and Kava. They're great. You know what I mean? I love playing 3L and 3Ss. They're awesome. 25.8 is the bounce zone. CJ Baker, God bless you, man. Is that Crypto Bear Baker? We have so many Bakers, I get confused. Kush is Michael, Flint, Michigan, Kansas City, Ontario, Iceland, Croatia, Miami, London, California, USA, Portugal. Another London guy in the game. Keep it coming, 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 keep it coming. How do you think about losing? What's your mindset? When you lose, you lose. It happens. You got to just step away if you keep losing and take a breath and get more education. Philippines, Oklahoma, Malaysia, El Salvador, Miami, Scotland, Pakistan, Italy, Nicaragua, the Netherlands, Jersey Shore, Saudi Arabia, Belgium, Bristol, UK, BC, Edmonton, Asia, Salem, Oregon, New Hampshire. That's funny. Is that a typo or did you write Mew? Warsaw, Poland, Richmond, Slovenia, working in Cache Valley, Utah. Bitcoin liquidating dark asset money legally while bad actors watch. Puerto Rico, Newport Beach, Vietnam, Chi-Town, Bristol, Naples, Florida. Beautiful in Naples. Indiana, Czech Republic, Naples, Florida. Another person, Spain, tropical island of Java. Latvia, the capital city of Canada. Brooklyn, New York, Mars, Belgium, Netherlands, Dominican Republic, Naples, Florida. Another Naples, or is that him again? Congrats on the Celtics win, Lifer. We'll see you guys tomorrow night in Beantown. Shout out to Tommy. Thank you, man. We came through there. Vancouver, Oklahoma, Sao Paulo, Jersey, Netherlands, North Korea, UK, Hilton Head Island, beautiful. Indiana, Burbank, Cisco, Oldham, Tanzania, Wichita, Turkey, India, Pittsburgh, another India. India, one time, man. Don't keep writing India again. Spring, Charleston, Denver, Colorado. You did it again. That's it. You're on timeout. That's it. You're on timeout. Okay, you did it again. You're on timeout. Portugal, Germany, Sunrise, Florida, in Thailand. I asked you not to do it again. Not Indiana, it's India. My man, you're funny. I didn't say Indiana. I said India. Germany, as always. Boston, my man, Bill Showtime from Boston, hanging out. North Korea, switch to the live chat. London, Ontario. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, top chat. I get it. You want me to go to live chat. Aha. Aha. Arkansas, Toronto, Garden of England, Liverpool, Big Old Texas, Atlanta, Phoenix, Time to Buy, Render, San Antonio, Chi-Town, Chicago, Happy Land, Staffordshire, Chicago, South African in France. They want to troll your life for Taiwan. That's the one. Gotcha, brother. Who's your crypto? What part of India are you from? Indiana as well? You're phony. Bam, bam, bam. Hong Kong, The Hammer, Vancouver, baby. Mumbai, Uruguay, UK. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Wow. Loco Pico. Mars. Mark Wahlberg. Shout out to Marky Mark in the house. Bytown, Alberta, Canada, Chicago. Hello, Sam. Netherlands. Okanagan. Love the show. Shout out to Underground Only. Wow. Disney World. Life Reverse. Shout out to Sean from the Life Reverse, man. Alabama. No CBDC. Ledger will be on BitBoy tomorrow. Interesting. Taiwan. Don't let us screw your country up. In Boston to work, Boston Calling Music Fest. Oh, that's so cool that you sent us that email. We would love to go, but I'm going to see my mother this weekend. I greatly appreciate it, though. Houston, Morocco. Unbelievable. Shout out to the BenCon. My man, Turkey, Earth. Wow. Shout out to everyone who just participated in that. That was a slew of people from around the world. Ohio, from Blueface. They're selling houses there. I want to live at Disney. Oh, I can't. Shout out to everybody here around the world. Thank you for being here. Wow, Lazio, Uranus, yeah, Lemon Trees, Morocco. Almost got me, but it didn't get me there. What's up? Hello, people from Indiana in here. From forward, but stay near Frankfurt now. Philadelphia. If you boast where you're from, hit the like button as well. Hit that like button. And we're going to call you out. Alex Fab, Bitcoin Slut. Oh, I didn't mean to. Mark Wahlberg, Eunice Agili. Render, CJ Baker, man, keeps writing. I love you, CJ. Thank you. H-bar at 786fib at 50fib. Thank you for saying that over and over again. You've said it like 10 times. Underground only. My VPN says Alaska, so Ben just took off. Nice. And wow. Yeah, Ben to 1950 with the bounce back off this lower trend line. This falling wedge wants to break back to the upside of the 15-minute. That's a bit of a flag there for Ben. It is very oversold in the bigger time frames like the 4-hour, the 3-hour, and the 2-hour. Expecting some type of pullback based on technical analysis, so just something to think about. But the smaller time frame suggests we could get a bit of a pump here back to the upside. There's a bit of hidden bullish divergence there too as well for Ben. Word, nice to hold 200-week SMA, potentially get a fake out below it before reversal. You're a true inspiration. Have you around every day is food for the soul. God bless you, man. Something happened with Phantom developers or people involved in Phantom got arrested. Interesting. Let's get some news on that if we can, team. Phantom, if we can add some news, I'd greatly appreciate it. Bitcoin RSI bottomed out on the 4-hour time frame. I know. No way the DXY could keep going up. God bless you, man. Keep doing a good job. All right, let's get back to brass tacks. So there's the bounce off the divergence finally. But again, we're going to get rid of this here for you. And we're going to keep tracking this on the 1-hour time frame, on the 1-minute time frame, because the 1 minute's going to give us the most information. When it's hard to figure out what's happening, the 1 minute will have us there. And look, I mean, there's another bit of a bear flag here. Symmetrical triangle, and that wants to keep continuing to the downside. Suggests that we will dump even lower now to the measured move here at about 25,900. So just be very, very careful. We do see this bigger bullish divergence that we'll talk about, but can we hold the zone is the question. All right, bit of a bounce there. We got to get back above this high to remain bullish right there. Like, we got to get back above this high volume node. 26,377 is key. Can we do it? And then we got the Fed meeting coming out. What a volatile day. And this is a Wednesday, volatile Wednesday, absolutely out of control for Bitcoin, all right? And they held for the Bitcoin conference sideways, but then boom, Dumped it to the downside. All right, let's keep Ben on the till there. We'll look at Ben every once in a while throughout the live stream. Let's take a look at the DXY here and see what's happening with the DXY. And again, thank you for answering that BitBoy poll, which we bring up every day. I don't know what's going to happen with it. We'll hit up the BitBoy team and be like, hey, you guys want to bring me back on to the live show? The people have spoken, all right? The people have spoken. This is what the people say. I can't control the people, but the people love it. Let's see who answered this. Kusama was the right answer here. Which new polka dot parachain did polka dot bridge with? Kusama was the answer. But look, who is everyone coming on 2 weeks ago? Who do you enjoy coming on as a guest? Now Frankie or Kelly to do TA for the live stream in the mornings. Comment below who you would like to see on the show. And we won with 29% against some heavy hitters. Wendy with a huge channel. Garrett Soloway with a huge channel. Blockchain Backer. Every one of these has a channel of like 90,000 or more. That's 250,000. That's 138,000. I think he's 191,000. Tom Crown with 90,000. And me, little old me with my 43,000 subscribers is pulling through with the most votes. What does that say? My community is one of the strongest communities in the game, and we know it due to the dedication and the love every single day. So finally getting a bit of a bounce here back to the upside. But again, you're overbought on the stochastics RSI. Can we pump all the way to the 200 SMA? There's a chance. There's a chance. After they liquidated every short in the game. And look, massive buy wall right down here at 25.8, 29. That's where the money is, right? Someone's sliding in another order here now down at 25,400 though. So it says we're more likely to go down and hit more liquidity than to the upside based on BookMap. Based on what BookMap is saying. Sam Blue, the Malt Lifer Strong. And there's no, and honestly, I'm not the one that started that competition. I'm all love. Like I love all those channels. I love all those people. 100% love, 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 love. I love everyone else in the space. I have nothing but love for everybody because if you hold any hate in your heart, then you got hate in your heart. And hate in your heart takes space of love. All right? It's like having summer clothes in your closet during the wintertime. You need the warmer clothes. You can't have the summer clothes in there. Right? And you're not going to be prepared. So to be in life, you want to have the most love in your heart as humanly possible. To have the most love in your heart, you cannot hold any hate in your heart for anyone. Even people that do you dirty, even people that hate on you, even people that are mean. It is what it is. You can protect yourself, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? This could be another little bit of a bear flag that takes us further down if we can't get back above this previous high. So we got to watch to see if this previous high can break up. The symmetrical triangle did break to the upside there. It was 50-50 shot. Can we get back to the 200 SMA? We're curving on the 200 SMA. There you go. And that's the bounce I was attempting to pull off on the move, right? Too high leverage, though. And I don't like trading until the Fed meeting comes on out. You love everyone, but... Whoa. Is he really... I don't know what he's saying there. Whoa, that's really weird. Get rid of this guy. Sam Doe TV. I'm not even going to repeat that. But let's get this guy off the channel for life. Yeah, that's horrible. I don't know what he's saying. We didn't start it. We just finished it, baby. You got Solid Soldiers Lifer. We understand the HW. We're getting it done. Amen. Whale alert for a lot of USDT accounts getting frozen. What's the deal? Really? Let's see here. On Twitter, Watcher Guru might have that up. Usually it's stuff like that I hear from him. You know, just in, House Speaker McCarthy says we're not raising taxes. The problem is Washington spends too much. Amen. U.S. House Speaker refused to raise taxes amid debt ceiling negotiation. Yeah, like, why are we going to raise taxes on us? Because the government keeps spending money. Hong Kong to allow retail investors to access licensed crypto exchanges. That's happening on the 1st of June. Coming in strong, all right? Treasury Secretary Yellen highly likely U.S. to run out of cash. Dude, so crazy, right? So crazy. And you can follow Watcher Guru on Telegram as well. Follow us for 24% 24/7 news alerts. I'm going to do that right away. I think I already am doing that. But there I have it now. I'll grab that news for you every single day. I'm at my computer all day long to help the lifers. Psyop is following Ben. Hey, Sammy gang, how's it going? It's not their money. They don't care. Yeah, they're going to spend your money. Imagine if you got to spend other people's money every single day. Who cares, right? Who cares? There's the bounce I was looking for. I got early on the bounce. They wicked me out. But I was doing this. I was attempting to do this bullish divergence to the upside here. And could we pump up to the 200 SMA as we start to make a move? You could say this is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up. Tough signals though here today for sure. Overbought now on the stochastics RSI. Even the 7 doesn't look too good here. Like we're going to continue to dump to the downside. So I'd be very, very careful opening up a long or a short, any type of trade. You saw me just swing that trade. Should never have done it. I regret it, and that was an impulsive move. Don't be impulsive. That's my only one weakness is I'm impulsive. All right? But be careful. You say the wrong thing at the wrong time, you might just get yoked up. So that's where the impulsivity comes out for me. And again, I'm a nice guy, but just, don't be rude to ladies. Don't disrespect vulnerable people. Help old ladies cross the street. If I ever see people disrespect people, I do stand up for others. I'm 2K down. Sell everything. You got to do whatever makes you happy, man. Are you in position? No. I mean, I have some positions open for sure. I'm long from 26.5. Let's see. Yikes. That's tough. Never mean to be a waitress. Never be mean to... Exactly. Yeah, the impulsive moves I make wrecks me every time. Every time. It has to be well thought out and planned out. Okay. Super chats, ORDI, XRP, or HBAR. Okay, let's take a look at XRP and HBAR. Look at the dollar index too right now on the 1 minute time frame. Got a beautiful pump to the upside. Well, we're not happy about it, but it got a nice pump to the upside. You can even see here on the 1 hour time frame, it's in a bit of an ascending triangle that wants to break to the upside and continue its move further up. It actually suggested it may. So they're pumping the price of the dollar. They're trying to bring down Bitcoin. You can see what they're doing here. All right? You can see what they're doing here. So let's break it down like we do every single day here. Get rid of the moving averages for a split second. So again, we talked about this yesterday. I went over it in depth too as well. The fact that we had this previous resistance area, got above it there, and then we bounced. We did a double bottom too. And I said it's almost like an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? As I said before. You could say this was a trend line that we're breaking free from, and we're getting off. We're breaking for the trend line. Now the daily is a little overbought though. Can't seem to get above the zone. We have a resistance there. And look, previous support becomes new resistance. Can the dollar continue its push even though it's very overbought on the MACD? Getting overbought on the RSI and overbought on the stochastics RSI as well. Also a rising wedge. Rising wedges usually do break down 68% of the time. So I smell manipulation. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a Wednesday. Oh, there's the debt ceiling. Oh, this and that. Let's crush Bitcoin so they have no place to go. They're really horrible people. Horrible, horrible people. And you can feel it. You can smell it. You can taste it. The nastiness in Washington. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about the elite and their friends. That's it. And they've shown that. They've played their cards enough. So money hungry. They've done everything they can for the money. Dang, I saw an M pattern and you immediately saw the flag. Amen. So this is still looking Adam and Eve double bottom. You see it? Which, I mean, I have to say most of the time breaks to the upside. All right. And it is a double bottom here for the dollar index. So just be careful going too hard. I'd like to see this 4 hour time frame eventually fall off, but it's looking bullish. And then we showed you on the 1 hour time frame the ascending triangle here. All right. That is a measured move further to the upside here, and that would actually keep the dollar, keep Bitcoin struggling for another dump down to 25,008, something of that nature. Do you have the results of your Bitcoin 20K or 30K poll? Yeah, we'll take a look at it right now. And at 48% say 20K, 52%. Wow. 636 votes. That's a lot of votes. I did not expect to get that many votes. And honestly, that helped the channel because YouTube algorithm sees that and sees, hey, you can get that many votes in a poll, then we should keep pushing people to the live stream. So keep hitting that like button. 428 likes on the live, $111 in chat revenue, 680 people currently viewing the live stream. Thank you for being here. Definitely manipulating the market. Market Cypher Yellow X on the 1 hour. Amen. Sammy for president. I'm going to run for president 2032. And it's funny, I got to talk to a presidential candidate, and I looked him dead in the face and say, I'm going to run for president with the blockchain party. And he looked at me and was like, I talked to Vivek Ramaswamy. Super, super important. Look, the 777 just flashed too. Yikes. Any comments on ARB? I'm telling you, lifers solid. Freaking soldiers, man. Shout out to Majid Crypto. Bitcoin short. Funny. So it looks like the dollar index has a little more gas in it on the 1 hour time frame. But wow, Bitcoin finally getting the pump back to the upside. 3333. Look at that. 26333. We finally got the break from this bullish divergence here. See, this is a bullish divergence. Swing down to swing up. However, you got to get back above this resistance to remain bullish, which is going to be 26,400. And then we could gap through this right back to the upside here. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. I was attempting to long that same type of pump action. I just got it in a little too early. Have you ever thought about taking this community to the next level? Building a home base somewhere big to have an all-out, fully self-functioning, off-grid castle mansion in the USA. I think about it all the time. All the time. All the time. Where we could grow our own fruit. We could hang out. But we'd have to be 100% trustworthy, and there's always going to be someone slithering their way into there. Right? But we got to have a way to vet. But I always think about having like a serious commune of people where we live together. And we can raise our families together. We can spread love together. We can have book readings for the kids. We can do so many things. You're more powerful. That's why people used to come together and have a village, man. And that's why they say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village. It literally takes a village. All right? Buy our own island. We can do anything we put our minds to. Send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dive. If you wanted me to go over a coin, send in a super chat. You ever thought about taking the community to the next? I've thought about it all the time, Celosis V2. All the time, man. Better to find one maggot in the apple than half a maggot. Interesting. I don't know what that is. Better to find one maggot in the apple than half a maggot. Lifer blockchain passport. Amen. 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 The fastest I ever saw the algorithm go was when you made us guess what number your number between 0 and 100 or something like that for a free month subscription. That was crazy. All right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to write a number down from 1 to 100 and a color. All right, I like doing this. I'm going to write a color and a number. All right. The color is going to be, one of the main colors, purple, red, blue, and all that numbers, fun stuff. So I'm going to write down a number and a color. All right. Whoever guesses the number and the color gets a free month in the trading group. All right. Wait, I'm not done. I haven't put the number down yet. Don't guess yet. I haven't put the number down yet. All right. I wrote it down right here. A number and a color. And I put it down here. I'm going to open this up and we're going to see who gets it. Hold up right here. All right. Was there a mirror here? I'm wondering if there was a mirror. So weird. Okay, so we got blue, we got red, we got yellow, 67 green, 66 green, we got 99 yellow, green 655, we got blue. Oh my God, we got yellow. Hold up. This is out of control. I don't even know if I could find it. It's going to be after whatever I see. It's going to be whatever one I see. Purple 33, 8, yellow 77, 56, 43 green, green 33, 96 blue, 27 orange, green 55. Wow, this thing is flying. Blue 99, orange, purple, 7 green. A lot of people seem to think I love the color green. Maybe I've ever said that before. It's weird. 77 red, Omaha. You're funny, man. Blue, purple, green 37. Purple, crimson 66, blue. I told you, baby G, out of control, man. Blue 69. Wow, this is out of control. Chat rate flying to 246, out of control. Hit the like button too. 16 purple, 369 green, 90 black. I like that one. That's cool. I should have chose 90 black. That just makes sense. I haven't seen it yet. And please, if you guessed it and I miss it, you just got to give me some credit, because just search feature to find one if you want to do it quicker. You could use the search feature. How do you do that? Really? Blue 69, 32 white, 33 red, blue, red, pink, 85 green. Someone's going to catch it. 63 blue, 22 red, 28 black, pink, 85 green, 66 blue, orange, 45 green, orange, blue, red, 88 purple, 72 blue, 44 red. Wow, this is out of 99 blue. Jeez Louise. 69 green, 44 black, blue, yellow, gold, pink, 88 green, 99 blue, 99 red, Celtic green, 22 teal. No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not going to do something that crazy. It's going to be one of them, just a regular like rainbow colors. Orange, green, 67 green, 54 silver, 77 purple. This is out of control. Out of control. Absolutely insanity. I don't even know. It may have been written already, and I'll never know. I'll just never know. Trying to see if I can see it. Oh my gosh. It stops for a second. Blue, purple, violet. And I got more TA to do. This is out of control. We got the news. Look what I did. Jamie, look what I did, man. Slowing down a little bit there. Rainbow. Dude. A number and a color. A number and a color. Or a color and a number. Control F to search the page. It'll search the chat post as well. Really? Really? I don't think so. Not happening. It didn't work. Oh, maybe it did. Okay. It did. You're right. You're right. So no one guessed it yet. Nobody guessed it yet. It's still out of control. No one has guessed it yet. Oh my gosh. Because the odds are hard. I mean, you have to get the number and the color. It's not that easy. Wow, it's slowing down now. Don't give up. Don't give up. You can put multiple guesses in there. I feel like I have to give a... someone right here was really close. Someone right there is close again. Wow. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do you see the chat? Why would you say focus? I'm like autistic. That messed me up. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm emotionally damaged with my father. I'm going through a lot. That's not funny. I don't think that's funny at all. Yeah, like, I'm going to spank you when I get off the stream. You're getting a spanking. Put you on timeout. My goodness. This is crazy. This is like blowing my mind. The fact that many people want to be part of the trader group, this is insanity. I've never seen the chat like this. This is out of control. Someone would come to the live and be like, what is happening right now? If you're just coming to the live stream right now, we're going to give a free month of the trading group if you can guess the number and the color. The numbers from 1 to 100. The color is like an average color here. Someone just got so eerily close. How has it not been guessed yet? Oh, come on. Now my obsessive nature, I got to see it. I'll never know. I got to do the search again. Someone was a number off. Somebody was a number off from the right answer. So close. Wow. Johnny was super close. I'll give it to you. I won't say Johnny who, but Johnny was super close. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I might have to make it easier. What the for Jesus? What? Whoa. I'm just blown away right now. I'm like in a state of shock right now. Like, this is insanity. I can't even, like, my mind can't even conceive of this. This is absolute insanity. 450 of the chat rate. It's the craziest I've ever seen in my life. We are losing viewers now because people are like, we can't see nothing. But don't you want to see who wins? We're asking right now to put a color and a number, 1 from 100, and a certain color, any of the main colors that make up the rainbow colors. I'm gonna have to do another. I can't find it. It has not been hit yet. I can't believe it. My wife said if so many people want to join the trading group, she'd like to do something nice, like a discount today. All right. You can see people making money despite what's happening in the market. We also are all over Bitcoin. Also give you the idea that there was a descending triangle this morning. Likely that it was going to be a dump for Bitcoin. Blue 28, blue, 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 blue. A lot of blues. 79 yellow. All right, we're going to narrow it down. We're going to narrow it down, all right? We're going to narrow it down. It's either red, green, or blue. How's that? It's either red, green, or blue. So you can get rid of your yellows, get rid of your purples. It's red, green, or blue. See who's listening. It's either red, green, or blue. Oh my gosh. Searching outnumbered color, then search for color and number. Covers both ways. Yeah, I've been searching the number. Honestly, the number hasn't come up once, which I find insane. How is that possible? I can see all the right colors. No one's still guessed it yet. I keep searching. I've been searching. Wow, this is insane. And I want to get back into the charts. Like, I'm a chart obsessed guy. I don't want to stare at these numbers all day. Someone's got to hit it though. Blue 88, no. Super chat in just to make sure it was seen too. I should do send in a super chat. It has to be a super chat. That's funny. Wow. What the? This is out of control. 583. The chat rate is out of control. Hit the like button if you think this is nuts. Absolutely insanity. Thought I almost saw it. And again, if I missed you, please be, I'm just whoever I can see here at this point. Whoa. Whoa. All right, we're going to narrow it down again. It's either green or red. It's either green or red. All right? It's either green or red. Still hard to do. It's either green or red. This guy's just going to go through every single number. It's funny, right? It's green or red. Someone was really close just there. I just saw something real close. I've never seen words go this fast. Like my brain is just blown away. You don't realize how many people are on the live. Like hundreds of people writing at every second and moment of the time. Someone had to have hit it by now. There it is. There it is. I saw it. Green 64, Jeff Perry. Jeff Perry. Shout out to Mr. Perry in the house. God bless you, Jeff. Woo! That was insane. That was insane. Jeff Perry comes through, man. Jeff Perry, dude. The luckiest guy in the game. And you want to do something today?
I just feel like so many people wanted to get in the group. Why don't we just do a one-time, first 20 people who email me can have a discount for the month. So, because they want it, you know what I mean?
So my wife, what do you want to charge?
I feel like 70 is a really good discount. One time, first 20 people can join the group for 1 month for $70.
All right, so my wife wants the first, how about 40 people if they want?
20 people.
Huh?
20.
Why?
I feel like that's fair. Like, they really want it.
Okay, so my wife wants to open up. If you want to join for the month today only, the first 20 people that email my wife, cryptolifers@gmail, will give you a 30% discount for 70 beans. 70 for the month to jump on in for the month, all right? If you want to jump on in today, you can't cancel. You have to be someone new who's never been in the trading group. We want to give you that experience. So if you want to email my wife at cryptolifers@gmail to jump into the trading group, just the information alone that we provide inside of the trading course and the group and stuff like that will blow your mind. So the first 20 people that email my wife, cryptolifers@gmail, cryptolifers@gmail, we will put you into the trading group today for $70. All right? $70. All right? Just something to think about. All right? First 20 people that do that, you will get into the trading group today for 70 beans. All right? For 70 beans. Okay. Okay, let's get back into the brass tacks. Let's talk about what's happening in the trading group. Let's look at the total market cap. Let's look at everything that we're looking at. So right now, it's not looking amazing. 7 minutes says that this is going to continue to dump to the downside. Let's get rid of the moving averages for a split second and just look at price action. Get rid of this little flag. So the flag bounced up on the bullish divergence. That's what I was attempting to trade for my little bit of a gain there. Didn't play out, right? But let's see. We also have the Fed meeting coming, the Fed minutes coming out later on today. They're going to do their spiel. So, I mean, this is still a bit of a bear flag, broadening, falling wedge that could break to the downside. 7 minute wants to take us further down. What we can hope for is a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that could kind of stop the pain here. We do have a bullish divergence, which suggests that should be the low. So the next right shoulder could kind of maintain it. We could get it. We could stop the bleeding. So far, the bleeding has somewhat stopped. All right. We've eventually found somewhat of a bullish divergence here on the 1 minute time frame. We did hit that previous low, and it looks like the price for $26,100 is the fair price that people want to pay for Bitcoin. All right. So I missed this. What is he referencing? If you want to join the trading group today, we're doing a discount because we saw so many people that wanted to jump on in. All right. So one person, one for the month, and it's 1 month you get in. But if you want to join today, $70 for the first 20 people that email my wife, cryptolifers@gmail. It's normally $99, or you'd have to pay for 3 months or for the year to get any type of discount like that as well. So just want to put that out there if you want to jump on in. Wow, back to 20. Ben getting the pump out of the falling wedge from that low area. People wanted to buy in. They say, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this low buy. But remember, the bigger time frames are suggesting that we do pull back. So the smaller time frames say yes. The bigger time frames say we can go all the way back down to about 13.5 to the Fibonacci level, or we may just kind of hold here above 18 and go sideways. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Okay, Bitcoin had the bounce off the 786 of the low. It put in on May 12th. What do you think about the heat map at 25,600? I mean, they got 25,200 right down here, right? 25,006. I mean, there's a lot of orders that got bought up right here. This does suggest that we will go lower because there's just more liquidity to the downside. If they come out and they talk hawkish nonsense, we're going to see a massive dump even further to the downside. And it's like we're already preparing for the dump. It's quite precarious what's happening here. Let's take a look at ORDI and get through these super chats. God bless everyone that sent in a super chat. We greatly appreciate it. So we'll look at ORDI, which is ordinals on Gate.io. All right. Last time I talked about it here was in the symmetrical triangle. Did not play out. It had just jumped in, though. It had just joined this, it had just got in here. Now it's making a bit of a falling wedge. This is the hottest ordinal coin, but that is a descending triangle, which more than likely breaks to the downside, but not saying it will for sure. Not a lot of information on this trade, right? Smaller time frames are really all I have to go on, and there's not a lot to go on. That's a bit of a bear flag. You may get a bounce off to the top. This is like, normally I could get a little more movement out of this, but it's just too early with not a lot of market structure in it at all. 15-minute chart here suggests you are getting into a bit of a falling wedge. You could break back to the upside, but it's got a descending triangle vibe. I'd have to wait for ORDI to get back above a previous support zone. Like for me to play it safe, ORDI would have to jump back up here and bounce. And if it could bounce, we could take it to the volume area high and back to this area of resistance. So that's how I would play ORDI. It would have to bounce, possibly 57% gains, but I wouldn't touch it till it broke out of this and did some type of retest or flag in the zone. Okay? That's what I'd be looking for. RFID, been hearing a lot about this coin. Yeah, refund. I've been hearing about it too. I saw it yesterday. RFD. Refund on Poloniex. It's also on KuCoin. All right? Just came out on KuCoin. Again, what a day to come out, right? But again, this is in a bit of a falling wedge too. Same kind of scenario here. Either believe in this project and think it's going to be amazing. Suggest there is going to be at least a little bit of a scalp bounce here back to the top of the channel for RFID. And that would bring us all the way back up about 48, 44%, some even 34%. And that could very well happen if Bitcoin could stabilize here. Some of these smaller coins can get a bit of a move, but it's very sketchy. All right. Ben getting that pump back up with the big wick there to the upside on the smaller time frames. Something about a big whale behind it. Interesting. Okay, news. Crypto security firm Unciphered claims ability to physically hack the TREZOR wallet. Really? Physically, though. Engineer hacks recovery 2 million in loss. TREZOR responds to YouTuber hacks its hardware wallet recovery. TREZOR has responded after a hacker detailed how he managed to recover his digital assets after losing the PIN to the storage device. Interesting. How to hack a hardware cryptocurrency wallet. Security researchers found several ways to compromise hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger and TREZOR. When was that news coming out, though? That was 2019. All right. Interesting. Hacking hardware Bitcoin wallets, extracting the reason to worry. TREZOR wallets can be physically hacked. All my funds stolen from my T1. Cold storage hardware wallets are considered to be the most secure way to hold. This is an older article, but today we released the details of its vulnerability as well as how they managed to succeed in performing the hack. Kraken identifies major TREZOR vulnerability. However, the Kraken, these chips are not designed to store secrets. Our recent emphasized that vendors like TREZOR and KeepKey should not solely rely on them to secure your cryptocurrency. As we would expect, TREZOR has been proven to be thankful for Kraken's research in this vulnerability. In fact, they've been working hand in hand with Kraken ever since the vulnerability, with the first identified in October. While most cryptocurrency holders significant more how to prevent the hack. perform type of a hacker would need to gain access to your device and physically open it up to access its computer chip. Therefore, there are only 2 ways to prevent this type of hack. The first and most is to ensure your device is stored in a safe location, depending on the value of the cryptocurrency. The second is to prevent the type of physical attack passphrase feature. Although this feature isn't very practical, since your passphrase will need to be rather long and cumbersome to remember, is the only known way to ensure 100% protection from a physical attack on your crypto holdings. So as long as you add that long passphrase, you'll be okay. So there you go. Bitcoin upset. Bitcoin 2000. I don't know what's going on there. 501 likes. Thank you for the likes, everyone. Thank you for everyone being here on the live stream. Appreciate you all. The data on those links. Where's 2023? Yeah, it's old links. So what do I see? I mean, we can have the shoulder, this head, and the right shoulder here. It's attempting to get a move back to the upside. It's okay. We made our first higher low, low, high, higher low. Can we make a higher high out of this move here? And there's a little bit of a flag. And I'll keep you up to date throughout the day with what's happening. Got a busy day too as well. Going to be on Spaces with George from Crypto RS later on today at about 6:30 Central Time. So look out for that. 6:30 Central Time. I'll be on a Spaces with Crypto RS and some other known YouTubers. I can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to jump in on my first big Spaces with George from Crypto RS. Met George in Miami. Had a blast hanging out with him. Really nice guy. Down to earth. Super honorable. Super nice dude. Just so many beautiful things to say about George, man. Nice guy. Really nice guy. Like, he's someone you want to know. For sure. Very nice. Heck yeah. Super chats. XRP or HBAR and Adam. We are all George. What's higher? Bitcoin price of the number of the guesses to get into the 99, right? What about the MetaMask threat of being drained of funds in our wallets connected? George is a nice guy. Did George have a beer in his hand? I don't think so. I don't believe so. Congrats. I like George. Looking forward to that. Yep. He's a really nice person. Like, I love that I got to meet these people and they're nice people. A lot of the crypto people are just genuinely nice people, honestly, that have fought their way through so much and they just want to be there for other people. They started their channel to do something they loved and they got somewhere in life. And I mean, they're content. They're happy. A lot of them are rich too. I just, to break it down, right? A very, very wealthy community. George is that dude. Yeah, we're all George. I'm George. We're all George. HODL and DCA, baby. Yeah. And he keeps it simple, but he always gives you the news and he always gives you some inside data behind what's happening in the markets. You got to love it. You got to love George. Let's look at the USDT market here for KuCoin. And funny, I put this call out, or I was looking at it yesterday, and I'll tell you why I was looking at TAUM, because it was in a beautiful cup and handle. And yes, it had pumped already, but I said, man, this thing looks like it could continue to move. It was oversold, looked nice, and this thing is up beautifully, which is so interesting. TAUM. And I was, up 72%. It was a coin I was looking at yesterday. Also, we went over ARPA. Look at this. Boomed out here, went a little lower, but then continued to pump. ARPA up a beautiful 131% gains. These are also, the ARPA was also a token metrics call for the week. And so there's always a coin pumping regardless of what's happening. And we talked about numbers. Remember, I went over numbers and went over it over and over again. Numbers, kid, numbers. And numbers would bounce nicely off of the Fibonacci level that I put out. Look, and then numbers is up in gains. So somehow, 3 coins that I was looking at are up, which I find very, very strange. I'm not sure I don't know if I shared TAUM with everybody else, but we will look. And that brings me into some of the news, everyone. Let's break down the news. Still didn't get a chance to import the new news segment. That's how crazy my life is. If it's not written down or on my schedule, it just won't get done. It just won't get done. It lets me know how insanely busy I am, and how much I got to give time to my kids too. Okay. What time is the Fed meeting? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. later on today. 2 p.m. later on today. All right. I'll be right back with the news. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I do a show. For the last 800 days, no days off, baby, since February, the beginning of 2021. We're now all the way getting into the summer, May of 2023. And it's been an amazing 2 years and a few months, over 800 shows in just without a day off. No matter where I travel, no matter where I go, I fight through hotel Wi-Fi. I get to Airbnbs. I find my way to get a live stream done. And thank God, God has blessed me with not being too sick. I've been sick through it all, and I've still pushed. But every single day, we give you the news. Shibarium launch closer than you expect. We are speeding it up, said the SHIB developer. So SHIB coming out with some new news here. Shibarium launch may be closer than you expect. Estimated dates of Shibarium launch. Shibarium launch. The message will be posted on May 23rd. Shibarium launch may be closer than you expect. User Shibarium Me wrote that he wants to share some new information, but without details since more information to be published soon. He stated the question that has been asked most often by members of the SHIB is when Shibarium. And he said the developer stated that the release of the mainnet is closer than the community may be expecting since the dev team spearheaded by Satoshi Kusama is accelerating work on it. Besides, certain things are going well in testing, etc. So things are going well on the back end. They may be able to put it out sooner than later. I always find a company's better off not saying a word and then just producing. But again, they want to create a little bit more hype, get people going. I own some SHIB, just to make it clear, because I'm speculative on it. I'm not really truly in love with the project. I don't want people to get mad at me for that. But I'm a speculative investor, and I believe SHIB could make some serious gains. Layer 1 blockchain Tenet partners with Conflux and QDOM for more exposure in China. The partners are aimed at increasing the liquid staking industry's presence in the Chinese markets. And again, we have a whole list of Chinese coins, things that have a Chinese narrative, as they're going to start unlocking that trading on June 1st. Tenet with Conflux and QDOM. You know I like Conflux CFX. I've been talking about it over and over again. QDOM's an oldie but goodie, right? The partnerships are meant to integrate Tenet into the Asian blockchain community that is often siloed from Western crypto projects. All right, one of the first markets we wanted to go after was the Chinese market because they've been kind to us out of LSD process for most of what's been happening so far. So we thought that would be liquid staking, I believe. But that was a really exciting market to start to invigorate. Conflux, which claims to be the only regulatory compliant blockchain in China, has collaborated with international brands and government entities like the City of Shanghai, McDonald's China, and China Telecom. QTOM is a proof-of-stake blockchain that had previously partnered with the China division of Amazon Web Services in 2018. So there's money coming into the market. We are just getting started. Ava Labs launches no-code Web3 launchpad, Ava Cloud. Ava Labs said that the tool will allow companies to bring Web3 products to market faster and cheaper with lower risk. Ava Labs, the company behind the blockchain Avalanche, is launching Ava Cloud, a Web3 launchpad that helps businesses build no-code, fully managed blockchain ecosystems. The Ava Cloud product has 4 main components: an automated blockchain builder, managed validators, comprehensive data tools, and a chain interoperability. Being multi-chain and being able to hang out with all different types of chains is a big deal. The automated blockchain builder provides companies with access to a no-code blockchain portal that offers 24/7 technical support and dedicated lost my train of thought there. A dedicated infrastructure team to help manage a custom network. Each blockchain operated through Ava Cloud uses pre-compiled smart contracts that are customizable and built into the blockchain protocol. So that's something interesting to see as well. Can Bitcoin hold its own here? Can we break out of this falling wedge flag? That's a bit of a cup and handle now, all right? And that's usually how you got to get out of the zone. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder in a little bit of a cup and handle here. 1 minute time frame is how we kind of stalk Bitcoin to see if it can break back to the upside. This 1 minute does want to break back to the upside. Can it continue to the upside? Right now, it suggests that it may. Lack of bearish momentum in a move after the massive sell-off for Bitcoin. Can you get back above this previous resistance is the case. Once you do that, maybe we can see a bigger move for Bitcoin and we can get out of this kind of flaggy situation, get back to this higher point of control. Then we have a gap of the VRVB here that could bring us back to about 26,688. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin did that move. We shall see. Right now, it's getting tighter and tighter in this little zone here to the upside, all right? Did get a chance to do everything that I wanted to do today. My wife would like this, oh my gosh, funny words, yeah, XRP or HBAR. She messed with me, man. I don't like when people mess with me when I'm in like deep thought. So XRP just followed Bitcoin, and you can see, and now like this is just a deal. Most of the market is just watching the same idea here. Can we break out? Another symmetrical triangle really suggests if Bitcoin breaks back up, this will break back up. You saw me did buy Bitcoin on the lows. We got it into those wiki areas because you got to buy Bitcoin in the fear. You got to add to Bitcoin in the fear, even if it's a little but $200, $1,000, $500, no matter what it is. For me personally, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But whenever there's a nasty dip like that, I buy more Bitcoin, especially if I'm live on the stream and I have access to my account by all means. So XRP, 1 minute chart, right, could get the move up. Let's look at the daily for XRP. So XRP doesn't look too bad right now with higher lows and higher highs, right? To me, it's in a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. That's a bit of a flag there for XRP. The daily could come back down one more time, make a shoulder head, a right shoulder there, somewhat of a higher low or even a double bottom, and then we could still see XRP making a nicer move to the upside. So I'm more bullish on XRP than bearish based on the daily time frame, but only time will tell. All right. Thanks, Love Learning. I do want to post it publicly so the small cap and huge gains. Start by emailing. Yeah. Sam, thank you for your wife for me to process the membership that fast. Much love to you and your family. Wow, she's doing the damage, right? Funny, Cas just keeps dumping on down to the downside. Our baby Caspa, a nasty sell-off for Caspa back down to 12. But this is okay. Healthy retracement all the way back down to the 886, 786 retracement. And this is what happens. It's still holding a slight hidden bullish divergence as this is swinging up and that's swinging down. It tells us that the trend should continue to the upside. But this is a more major sell-off for Caspa for sure. Casper to me is a long-term hold that I keep adding to, and these are places I would love to grab some more Caspa. All right. Ben, back down to 19.9. I'm just telling you the bigger time frames do suggest we will go lower down to about 14 before we pump again. I still believe after we hit 14, there will be a massive move back up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Ben back at about 38.5 in about a couple weeks' time or less. So just, again, I'm not footing the project by any means. I'm just going over the technical analysis. I want to make that very, very clear. All right. I just want to make that very, very clear. All right. Funny, the three coins that were on my radar in the trading group, Numbers banging on them to the upside. Numbers was on my radar. I was always looking at Numbers recently. And yeah, Numbers has been something that I keep looking at. And here you can see the setup for Numbers given on 522 here on the live. Or inside the trading group. And it went sideways, sideways, sideways. And then it was the big winner today. So Numbers never hit the stop loss and continued to go to the upside. I posted this just 2 days ago. And Numbers actually up a beautiful gain in total of 59%. Right now still holding 21% gains. Numbers, baby. Numbers. We also post token metrics data every single Monday in our trading group. And I give that for free, even though it costs me, I got a 3,000 lifetime idea here. And we were going through this. And you got, UFO Gaming. We're just going to give you some of the things that they're looking at. But I remember, what, baby girl? Oh, you got summer shoes on? Yeah. You're so cute. I've never seen a cuter person in my life. She's way cuter than you, babe. You're more beautiful, maybe, but she's cute. And look, ARPA right there, and they liked ARPA, and that thing booming to the upside, one of the bigger gainers of the day, too, as well. Get information that you won't get anywhere else in my trading group. We hook you up. Look, ARP continue to pump. And it's funny, this coin continues to pump whenever Bitcoin is dumping. I don't understand why. This thing is up huge. In total, up 162%, holding 139 ARPA. And it's funny, I've seen this pump when Bitcoin dumps so many times in my life. It's like the safe haven for whatever reason. And you can see if you were in my trading group, when was this? Oh, that looks so much like that exact. Wow, that's weird. Funny, I just want to show you something. On 4/17, on April 17th. Oh, no, yeah, right here. I put this out on April 17th right here. Look, this setup was out here for ARPA. Basically called the bottom for it, right? So they could go up 167% gains. Now, it took a while. It took about a month. But, a month to mean 160%. Divide that by 30, you're talking some serious gains. So I put this out in the trading group on April, you can see it. I can't believe it right there, April 17th at 9 p.m. So many times this coin pumps when Bitcoin is dropping or flat. See what I said right there? See? So you'd get information that you'd never get anywhere else. And look, that's me saying that a month ago. So many times this coin pumps when Bitcoin is dropping or flat. I can't understand why it does it. Again, Bitcoin dumps, this thing flies to the upside. So we found like the dark horse in the entire industry that tends to just make massive gains when Bitcoin takes a massive dump. And then TAUM was in a beautiful cup and handle. That's up 72%. And even though we had the spike up and spike back down, I still like the fact that I saw that handle where we could make a bit of a gain too as well. So TAUM on my radar, which was interesting. And here I am putting TAUM on the radar yesterday at 4 p.m. So I nailed these coins. And you tell me how I did it. I had ARPA for you, I had Numbers for you, and I had TAUM, three of the top gainers of the day when the market is absolutely collapsing and only 3S tokens are winning. I put this out to my trading group yesterday at 4:09 p.m. TAUM. So, you tell me how I did it. You tell me how I hit the top three gainers in the trading group. somehow, some way. I can't tell you how I did it. Absolutely insane. But that's what you would get if you're in the trading group. This is like a commercial for my trading group. While Bitcoin dumps, it's actually promoting the group because we're showing you how strong the group is, and we still find gains in the market. Look, TAUM on the radar on the 3-day chart, bullish divergence, cup and handle. And you look at that 3-day chart, it looked really, really nice. I called out that bullish divergence right there, which was swinging down while this was swinging up. Just really weird, man. Just really weird, right? And that is a bullish divergence with low stochastics, and then TAUM banging on them to the upside. ARPA, which I already talked about, but I talked about it back in April, but that was the buy zone right there. That was your bottom area right there, about April 17th, April 19th. It may have went a little lower, but boom. And then numbers, which I already talked about too. So I don't know how we did it. I can't explain this. I'm a lucky person. I guess preparation meets opportunity. Another reason why you definitely want to jump into the trading group. We're finding gains when the market is absolutely getting slammed-diddy-ammed. And then we would even trade these 3S tokens, which, here I put this out recently, and that actually would have hit the stop loss, so I'm not going to say, but eventually would pump to the upside. We'll teach you what a 3S token is. We'll teach you how to trade them. We'll teach you how to short the market. We'll teach you everything you need to know to keep you moving. So, all right, everyone, and that brings us to the end of the show. I'm going over a little bit normally than I usually do. I'll be doing Bitcoin updates throughout the day, showing you what I'm seeing, showing you what's happening. I'm going to keep you privy to the information in the space. I'll take one look at Bitcoin before I jump on out of here, and we'll see what's happening here. So Bitcoin attempting to try to hold this zone, but it's not looking amazing. It really is not looking amazing. Let's look at our 1 minute. You got to go to the smaller time frames to figure it out. It's finally going somewhat sideways here in a bit of a channel, all right? You could say this was the channel broke out. It's attempting to retest the top of the channel, making a bit of a bull pennant now, right? That could break further to the upside, which is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin got this pump back to the upside. The measured move would take us to 26,600. All right, we get above this high volume node, and we would zoom up all the way to the next big area, which is a point of control too as well for Bitcoin. It's also going to be considered a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder as well. So let's see if this cup and handle can make a move. Lack of bearish momentum on the 1 minute and pointing to the upside. Looks likely that we could get a pump for more for Bitcoin. So, and again, only time will tell. We will see what happens over time. And again, we have resistance. We do have to get back above local 1 minute resistance at 26,384 to remain bullish. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I love you all. Thank you so much.